So full of self-confidence in everything you said.
Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is going to be another Sophisticated Saturday, and if you've been here before, you know exactly what that means. Together, we're gonna work through my to-do list and get things done around my apartment. Now, I have lots of cleaning to do, as usual. I'm also gonna be baking some Valentine's Day cupcakes, so that's very exciting. I'm gonna get in an at-home workout and a few other things. So if you guys are ready, let's waste no time and jump right into the video.
Love is like a roller coaster, but I'm trying to hold on. I don't want it to stop. Even though we fight sometimes and it feels like...
If you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I absolutely love baking. And if somebody were to ask me what my favorite thing to bake was, I would definitely say cupcakes. I always like trying new cupcake recipes. I do like to make them a little bit more difficult. I treat baking like a learning process. I feel like every time I bake, I am getting better at it and learning something new. So I try to find recipes that aren't super basic, but push me out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I also want them to be good, especially when I'm serving them to other people. When I practice at home and I make a recipe that flops, it's not as big of a deal as when I'm going to serve it to other people. So I like to test things at home a bunch on myself and my husband. And then when we find recipes that I like, they go into my recipe binder. And then I usually feel comfortable making it for other people.
How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head.
So this was my first time making this recipe, and I will make sure to leave the recipe in the description box below, but I made raspberry chocolate cupcakes. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I thought it'd be good to practice these ones if I wanted to give some to friends or family, because the chocolate and raspberry or chocolate and strawberry really makes me think of Valentine's Day. I prefer raspberries over strawberries, so this recipe was perfect. I used some pink polka dot cupcake liners to make it even more Valentine's Day themed and filled it up, and I'm gonna stick those in the oven. And once they're in the oven, the cleaning starts. I'm gonna multitask as usual and strip my bed and wash all of my sheets.
How do you move on when everything is wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what you said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh.
Next up, my bathroom needed a clean, and I don't know what the deal is with the countertops here, but we have the same type of countertops in our bathroom and in our kitchen, and they just show everything. So it's a good note to sell for me. Just because this is an apartment, it's obviously not our choice what the countertops are, but as we're looking for a home, I feel like I want to make sure it's a countertop that doesn't show everything, because it is a pain to constantly clean this, and even after I clean something, it still feels like it shows streaks and shows really anything you leave behind.
Crazy. Release your control, let your body go a little crazy. Just crazy. Crazy. Let your body go. Live your life like you're winning. You don't need no pressure in it. You've been struggling too long. Now it's time to move on. And tell the truth like you mean it. Listen to yourself and hear it. You started wrong.
wanted to give my bathroom just a quick clean. It wasn't too bad in here. Again, the countertops were bad, but the shower and bathtub weren't that bad. I was just giving it a little scrub down. I did the toilets the other day, so I don't have to do those today. And I also wanted to clean the floors. I constantly leave hair behind, so I'm gonna vacuum all of that up as well.
You're beautiful, you're perfect just like you are. Release your control, start to let go. Take a night off and let yourself go a little crazy. Crazy, crazy, yeah.
With all of these Valentine's Day treats that I've been making, I definitely wanted to get in a little bit of a workout. I have definitely been in a little bit of a workout rut. I feel like I struggle to go to our apartment gym with everything going on in the world. It's definitely tough to work out in a mask, and without having a place for me to go actually exercise, it's hard to self-motivate to work out at home. So I'm trying to get back on it. Something that really works for me is to actually schedule in my workouts as if they are appointments. So not only do I block off that time in my calendar, but I actually write down the workout that I'm gonna do. I do a lot of Kayla workouts. You'll see if you guys use Kayla as well, you might recognize a lot of the moves that I'm doing. I do like to run, and when it's winter, that's tough. But I've also been doing some YouTube videos. I really like MadFit. She does a lot of workouts to different popular songs, and I would definitely never film myself doing that. I am by no means a dancer, so I feel like that is definitely meant for me in my apartment alone, but they're super fun to do. So I actually write down the workout that I'm gonna do as well.
My heart is screaming out your name, I'm wasted on you. Here we are right underneath the stars, so let's get a little reckless. You make me breathless, and I won't waste it.
And you'll see I didn't do anything too crazy. I didn't spend a ton of time working out, but it feels better that I got a little bit of exercise in and moved my body before I go eat a bunch of cupcakes.
I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste it. I'll follow you, yeah.
Another thing I really liked about this recipe was that it didn't use any artificial coloring. My husband, for some reason, is actually really against me putting all of those bright, vibrant colors in all of the frostings that I use. He prefers that it's just the natural color of the frosting. So I think both of us liked that this was naturally colored with the raspberry puree. So I just blended it up in my Vitamix, strained it out. You can leave, the recipe says, some of the seeds in there. I know the recipe author said she liked some of the seeds in there, but I just kept them all out. So the frosting is a cream cheese and powdered sugar base, and then I will add in that raspberry puree to give it its pink color and a raspberry flavor. This recipe also had a chocolate ganache that goes on it, so it's going to go cupcake, a layer of chocolate ganache, then frosting, then more chocolate ganache, and a raspberry to top it all off. So it's a decadent cupcake for sure.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you.
I'm sure you guys can tell I wore my pink fuzzy sweater in honor of Valentine's Day and making these cupcakes. I got this sweatshirt from Costco. I think maybe it was last year or 2 years ago. And as I'm going through the sophisticated declutter, if you guys are following along with that, we've been decluttering our clothing. If you haven't, I will leave in the cards above a link to the playlist for the sophisticated declutter if you want to learn more about it. But I'm going through all my clothing and thinking really critically about it and what I want to keep. And I love how comfortable this sweatshirt is, but I'm not a turtleneck person. So I can't decide if it's something I want to keep. It is really comfy, but I feel like turtlenecks look weird on me. So be honest, what do you think about the sweatshirt? I promise my feelings won't be hurt if you say it should go in the declutter pile. And if you say it should go in the keep pile, then I may end up keeping it.
From all my slip-ups and mistakes, and I'm just pointless without you. Why don't we go back to never wanted to end things like we did. I'm sorry for all those promises I made you that I couldn't keep, but it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side.
With all of those layers, since I just put on that chocolate ganache and it's hot, you don't want to put frosting on it right away or it's just going to completely melt. So I decided to take that opportunity to do the dishes and clean up a little bit. So I'm going to do some cleaning while that hardens and cools off and then add on the frosting.
Falling out, we have reached disaster. Don't know where we're gonna be after.
I think part of the reason I really like making cupcakes is because I love the frosting process. Frosting a large cake just isn't quite the same. It ends up as a mess always, and frosting cupcakes is just a little bit more manageable. So I really enjoy this part.
I know that we could save it, 'cause we're like alpha and omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Even if we go a lot and break us down, I know we are alpha and omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Alpha and omega. Like the waves pull you down underwater.
I started by doing what the recipe says, and that's to put a little dollop of the ganache on top, and I wasn't liking how it looked. So I added the rest to this squeeze bottle and made a little, I don't even know what to call this design. I just squirted all around in a little kind of circular pattern and then topped it with a raspberry. And that's not what the recipe said, but I thought it kind of looked cute that way. So I'm gonna add them into my cake stand and finish them off.
Doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Even if we go a lot and break us down, I know we are alpha and omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Alpha and omega.
They turned out really good, so I would recommend this recipe. I'm again leaving it in the description box below. If you make it, I would love if you tag me on Instagram so I can see how yours turn out.
We're falling down, we faded. But I know we can save it. 'Cause we're like alpha and omega. Even if we go all out and break us down.
After all that, the sheets are done, they're washed, they're dried, so I'm going to put them back on the bed, make my bed, and that should be about it for this sophisticated Saturday.
Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are alpha and omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Alpha and omega.
Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed all of the baking, the cleaning, the exercising, just kind of hanging out with me this Saturday. If you guys are liking these sophisticated Saturdays, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and until next time, I will see you guys later.